Hello, guys. I did not anticipate going live right now. I had anticipated to go live at 7. Um, actually, like I was set for like 7 p.m. every Thursday, but things happen, and today is Friday, and I had planned to go again live at 7 on Friday, but that didn't really work out because stuff happens. So I guess we're gonna talk about that. But right now it's 9:30 and why not go for another hour here too? Um so I don't have necessarily plans for Earth, although I can tell you what my plans are for Earth, which I might do on Sunday or so. And that is I have the pictures and I think I'm gonna use a exact knife and like do different shapes and then on the back of it just make it black and like kind of do like a mosaic kind of situation. I still have got to work on that. I'm gonna probably work on that on Sunday. Today, I think we're just gonna chill and talk about life because that's just what life is. So much. Life is so chaotic right now. I mean, not anymore. It's more soothed, but I was having a disagreement with a dog who would come into my room and made it so messy. So I had to clean it all up. I had to actually had to switch rooms, and this dog is so badly trained. But yes, um, that's kind of what. Now I have a totally the bed's back. I was gonna do a live stream from the room next door, which is where I've been sleeping and living. But well, the room's back now, so I guess we can work on this as it is. So, but it's not 100% there. Hugging pillow. Still smells like dog, so I had to take it off, and I'm washing everything like a million times, and I think that'll do the trick. But definitely today, today was chaotic. More so, I think a lot of it is chaotic. Today I had an interview, and when I have interviews, my mind just freezes, and I don't actually get to sleep or don't do things I want to do. But because I'm always focused on get the thing done, and I did end up getting the thing done, and then I fell asleep after the interview. I was like, okay, now I'll crash. So things are back to normal in that sense. But as promised, I did get a makeup palette. Um, there's potential there. It is here, nice and bubble wrapped. It's a NYX Professional Makeup Dreamer Shadow Palette. So well protected because it's all like bubble wrapped, right? But look at the colors. Oh my gosh. I think hands down because I saw a bit of a shiny blue thing. Uh, we have potential. So here's the palette. Is it so pretty? I feel like you can do so much with these colors. Over here is kind of like a shiny spotlight, and so I figured I could use that. I was thinking about doing like light one side, and dark on the middle or something. For example, that was just a bad example, but I was thinking of doing fancy stuff like that. Maybe one go or palette spotlight. But yes, it's called Shadow Palette, and there's 40 colors. Is it? Oh, there were some first pigments, so that looks fascinating. But yeah, 6, which would be 6 is a pressed palette. Hmm. Looking at the colors, it's kind of interesting because because it's pressed pigment and because it is a makeup, it says put it on your face, don't put it in your eye, and it'll last for 18 months. And also, it's eyeshadow, so that's that. It is, wait, ooh, nope, unfortunately. I confused a W with a, I thought it was gonna be a bunny logo, but nope, that is not a bunny logo. So it's not necessarily animal cruelty free, but it's something. I think there's potential with this palette, and I would definitely love to try it out a bit. I was looking at, for example, Shane Lawson, and I was looking at his colors, and I was like, those are some interesting colors. But this one I think is more my style because you can do so much with it. There's so many different colors, and I'm not selling it, but like, there's look at the different shades you can get from this. And on the back, it says like 19 we have first pigment. So I don't know what that would be, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is the first pigment. Supposedly, um, there's also a bunch of, oh my goodness, many different languages went into making this. Um, like it says shadow palette, but also says it in French and Spanish. Um, oh, there's Russian here too. There's like it's pretty diverse in its, and I know that if I was with anything, I would be trying it on, but I'm not yet a beauty guru. And at the same time, it has so much color, so many vast bits of color that makes me glad that I have a cup of a bunch of different shadows, brushes. So there's that. And I'm showing this off to you because I'm saying like maybe in the past or in the future I will put this on. We will see. This area around here is really drew me in. They also have a nice white. They have a yellow. They have all the colors, basic colors you need. As I said, I'm not selling it, but it's a recent purchase that I got, and I'm pretty psyched about it. And I wanted to try it. Um, but as the day goes, I'm not gonna put it on right now. Just basic stuff today. I had some eyebrow stuff and eyeliner, and of course foundation. And then I just did a touch up. I think it's kind of washed away now, but I did like a touch up and did the interview. And oh my gosh, I don't know if I mean I imagine with interviews it's like you get used to the questions being asked, perhaps. But even so, I was like, it was a tough interview insofar as you're thinking like, is that the right answer? Is that what they want me to say? Um, I did say one thing. They when they asked me about like, so you're good at supervising, but is that all? And I was like trying to be like, well, yeah, like love playing with the kids as well. So like that was my shoot in there. Like I'm a good supervisor, but I'm also love playing games with the children because at past I was more into being friends with the children as opposed to supervising positions. So hopefully I got that put forth. Yeah. I'm good at supervising and being with the children. But yeah, that's a whole bunch of that. I do have wanted to get into what did I say? It was like I love how my Zoom is still open. My Zoom is still open from when I did the interview. Um, what did I say? I said I have such good manners. I'm like on the phone all the time. Ah. Ugh. Um. So on Monday, usually I would be doing guitar stuff. I've been slowly inching into that because I used to have like a whole big binder full of tracks that I would learn and play. And I think I just like play around with the guitars. And I remember I was really into guitar for a while there. And I would record music, and it's all, if you can find it, it's probably online. It's probably on Bandcamp or SoundCloud, or it's out there. It's also on I think it's on YouTube, but if you can find it, there you go. That's what I used to do. Now I don't know. Now I'm kind of in the middle. I'm still playing. I think that's a great thing about what happened on Wednesday. Um, is I'm still playing string instruments, but yeah, that stands. I'm like, well, I don't know, just playing around with it, playing different songs. I mean, if there's like a song I hear and I want to know how to play that song, that's kind of what I would do on Mondays. But that's just Monday in a nutshell. Tuesday, I'm probably recalibrating, um, which is blog title, the title of the blog post that I did. And usually I use blog posts for just intermittent words venting, I suppose. So that's something. It usually I'm writing, always writing. That was the goal. I'm always gonna be playing guitar, or I'm always gonna be writing. And that's the Monday, Tuesday double punch. Wednesday is the biggest question mark, I would say, in that, well, what happens on a Wednesday? So many things happen on Wednesday. I used to be learning languages on Wednesday. I used to be doing yoga on Wednesday. Uh, and now it's a language in a different way. I play violin on Wednesday. And that's why on Monday I'll be playing with getting my calluses on my fingers. I'm doing the same thing, but this time with a violin. And the big thing about the violin is that I think I learned it um, because Kim Hyun Jun, and then I later found out he doesn't really know how to play violin. But that's okay. I'll still learn violin because I have a violin, one of those impulsive purchases that I got. But it's going. Last Wednesday I learned like the what's the word, parts of the violin, and I think I'm gonna get into. string names, which I think is like EADG or something. I don't know. I still have to learn it, but I've learned the string names, and then probably gonna get into other things. But so far, I feel like it's like I'll learn the instrument, but I won't touch the instrument. Um, but my student is over there. Learn here sleeping. Always on the cusp of doing something new. I recently got some alcohol, and I think I'm just trying to figure out my drink, you know? So I got definitely a Chum because that's like base. If I have nothing else, I have that. And then I got some White Claws. I got the variety pack White Claws because I'm not even sure. It's like a hard seltzer or something. I don't think I really got into it, but if I do, that's there. And I also got oh my gosh, what was it called? It was Oak Cronenberg. Six pack Oak Cronenberg, which I had at a wedding one time, which was pretty decent. Um, and that's kind of like my stolen. I have a list of other ones which I could get into. I mean, so there's mango, grow stronger, and a good one. Is kind of the only ones I have there. Maybe I'll do it next month. We'll see. Uh, gotta get my gotta get my feet in the water, I suppose. Um, but yeah, that's kind of my advancements in alcohol, I guess, because I used to be straight edge, and now I'm like, I mean, I guess it's okay. It's like drinking Coke, I guess. I don't know. Still trying to figure that stuff out. But yeah. But yes. Did I say everything I was gonna do today? That was bad. Anyways, um, but yes, I the next step, which I'm probably gonna do on Saturday, is cut up this picture with what's it called? A X-Acto knife, and then I'm gonna color the background black, and then put it all together, and it's gonna be a wonderful art piece, and it'll be basically the same thing I was doing before, which is like calendar pictures, but trying to reimagine it so it's kind of artsy. I think I'm gonna do that on Sunday. Uh, but that's that. As far as kind of like being artsy, I guess the makeup palette stuff happens there. I can do stuff with that. Um, I'd much rather fix my skin problems than put makeup on though, you know? And definitely on top of that, I would say that I don't know if it's gonna be this month, but maybe next month I want to get a TV, just so I can play Legend of Zelda again. And we'll see what happens there. I hope good things happen there. But again, all this is like when I have the money, I'll spend it situation. Um, so far as as far as resolutions go, uh, Monday to March. That's a Monday to March. uh, I'm doing the catching up with my bills thing, so I'm paying off all my bills. And then April to June, I guess, that's when I'm spending the money that I saved. And that's when fun stuff happens, like piercings and tattoos and stuff like that. But again, I'm in phase one right now, so we're holding on for the bills to get paid off and get a clear credit. And then what was the next one? I'm sorry, this is just how it's gonna go down. I'm just gonna be always talking to my phone all the time because that's just how I converse. Oh, I didn't even write down what was gonna happen. But in the future, stuff happens. Um, I think I'm focusing on like at a time. Right now, finances are pretty important, and so I'm making sure that I have the finances in order to get to the next step, which is more piercings and tattoos and blah 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 blah. And we'll see what happens. I kind of want to like, as far as advancing my what do you call it, my career aspirations. I want to like go to different places and ask around for different prospects, perhaps. That's all it's talking out loud though. I don't know what my solution is gonna be there. But yeah. As it stands, 2022 is a year where I'm just gonna chill. Um, when life figures itself out a bit, maybe I'll go back. I don't know if I'm necessarily gonna go back to Japan, but I definitely have plans to go back to Asia and maybe Australia, Oceania. We'll see. And I definitely do want all my plans to go back to, not even back to, but I would love to go to Africa. Um, get back to my roots, you know? But that's that. And boy, I was thinking, as it stands, how uninhibited, is that the word? I'm not like tied to anything. So I feel like I could be doing anything any given day. And I kind of like that lifestyle because it's kind of like, OT, let's do whatever we want. But I also think that it's a good idea to tie myself down to something. Um, which is interesting because I was looking at the main things I focused on for like goals for 2022. Um, basically tie me to things. So I find that interesting that the basic premise of the resolutions is just to tie myself to things, which I feel is profound in its own way. Is it a good idea to tie myself down to things? It's like because the running narration of people my age would be to get married and get pregnant and stuff. I could technically do that. Like, I mean, like, possible, I could do that, but would I be happy then? I don't know. So, it's something to do. Ties my stuff to stuff. But Let me double check what the third thing was actually. And I don't know why my allergies are so out of control here anytime. Hmm. Hmm. Oh yeah, I love that. So basically, the the resolutions for the year, uh, threefold, and that's what I was all like. I knew what the first two were. I always knew what the first two were, and the first two would definitely like tying myself onto something. Um, the third one's pretty abstract. So basically, and I don't know if I've already said this or if you kind of know what I'm getting at, anyways, is the first one would be a partner. Why not? Tie myself onto somebody. See what happens there. Um, and that's definitely like things I do in my spare time. So like if I find somebody who's decent, here we go. But that's also tie myself down. So there's that. The second one is a job, which in so many ways, like, no shit, get a fucking job. I don't know if I should be swearing, but I think it's past, so it's okay. Um, get a job, make money. So definitely like that's always on the books, like always get a job. But that's also time myself down and messing, kind of messing with my schedule a little bit. So like make sure you have things to bother yourself with, more or less. Like make sure you have a job to go to on Monday, kind of situation. That's also time myself down though. And the third one, which is the most abstract one, which is like whatever, however you can do it, just be happy. Happiness. So I think that's kind of vague, but that is definitely on the list for my resolutions of 2022. And happiness can take many forms, as long as I am happy. And for the most part, I think I am happy. Uh, within the reason of like, there are things that I have done or can do that make me unhappy, and let's not do that anymore. Let's just do whatever. Listen to music. That's kind of the gist I've got. Is listen to music, and other plans I have is I've been reading books, and I just finished. Oh my god! I just finished Junk, and I feel like after every single book, I go like, and this is what I thought of it. And become a booktuber maybe. The next book I have is called Feeding the Soul, and I have that um in physical copy. If I can find it. Oh yes, it is. It's over there. Um, but I also have been comfortably appreciating Audible. I could definitely be a sponsor for Audible because it works. I'm just chilling and it works. You just play it and you listen to it and you're like, yes. And you can do things like this is how long it takes to read it. So you can say like, okay, it's gonna take me maybe this many times a week. For how long? And be like, okay, then I'll be able to finish it in like 2 weeks kind of situation. So it's I love that I love that idea. But that is the next book I'm on right now. It's called Feeding the Soul. And the book after it is actually gonna be I don't think I have it on Audible, but it's on next door to me. It's called Catch 22, which Catch 22 is kind of a saying, and it's also in a book, so I kind of might have to read the book too. But that's I'm doing this in order. So Junk was my first one. It's done with. Feeding the Soul is the next one, and I think it's gonna be kind of like a good self-help book, maybe? We'll see. And I think the next one is Catch 22, if not A Beautifully Foolish Endeavor. I don't know. There's a long list of books. I should maybe release out with the books I'm gonna read. Uh, maybe on my blog. Who knows? But that's the plan for that. And then in the somehow I got caught up with watching Boys Over Flowers again, and I am on episode 11, I think. Uh, it's at the point where Sandy and Junpyo kissed for the first time. Oh my gosh, properly. So that's nice. Apparently, and this took me a lot of thinking, a little bit of thinking. The palm reader said that there was two guys, and one is like your partner that you're gonna marry, and the other one is your soulmate. Apparently, Ji-hoon's the soulmate. There's a lot to think about and not to discuss about, like, because they're perfect for each other. But the people that fight all the time, maybe they fight so much that they make something new and something better. I don't know. It's fascinating. It's interesting. It really takes me back to I can't tell you when. Maybe grade 10, grade 11, because that was when that was the K-drama to watch. And definitely my first. Definitely my first K-drama that got me into it, and, I think I don't know, I'm going to watch Doctor Crush after, who knows? But, I'm on my way with that, 15 more episodes, I think, but who knows, I might just, like, not go to sleep and watch Boys Over Flowers all day, every day, and then yip-a-doodle do. I have yet to go to the post office, but, I think I'm gonna do the post office tomorrow. Because I have things that I want to get rid of, things I want to send off, and there's another one too where it's uh the post office is to send wigs off, uh, but there's also I have another box full of stuff that I could ship off, but that's kind of like a we'll see what happens there situation. Anyhow, the other one that takes up all my time, if not all my money, I don't know if you can see it. Oh my gosh, you can't see it. There you go. There you go. Now you can see it. Yes. Pokemon Go. But what is that? Hmm. Which does take up a lot of my time, but it is understandably an okay thing to have. And I'm not too competitive with it, but I do have 520 Pokemon, and I'm working on getting all the Pokemon. I'm also like there's ways to play Pokemon, eh? Um, And I am definitely a collector because I think that's how it started. But in general, taking care of the Pokemon and of course battling Pokemon as long as I have enough heals and stuff, we're good to go. That is definitely one thing I like to spend my time doing. Netflix, Water Flowers, Audible, any song, any book, and Pokemon Go. I remember like way before I did Among Us, and that was the thing to do. And I still play Among Us every now and then, but not so much anymore. I oh, I see it. Okay, yeah, yes. I'm also a fan of Among Us, and it's my color. I think Ledbook is also a purple, but I also have cute things on my face. Sometimes I wear an eye patch, different things. But yes, Among Us, definitely. That is my pride and joy playing Among Us. I would love to play more, but what I want to play more is Legend of Zelda, which I am at a standstill with because I can play it on my DS, but I prefer it on the computer. I prefer it on the television because that's how I started playing it on the TV on the Wii. So that's the thing. That's my next venture. I probably next month because I don't know if I have the funds this month. I'm gonna get a TV and I'm going to start playing Legend of Zelda again, or I can just play it on a 3DS again. But definitely my go-to Skyward Sword because that was my first entry into it. So that's that. But as I was saying before about tying myself down, well, isn't a bad thing. I could potentially get into pottery because I heard that that's something people do. Um, Knitting is something people do too. Like creating things. Like if I had my guitar, I could create a song. Anything I can do that's new and innovative. That's kind of where I'm at, where I should be. Because otherwise, I don't know. I don't ever feel stagnant. Insofar as like, I think that's a problem. If you feel stagnant and you feel bored and you don't feel infused by anything, that's a problem, definitely. But one thing I enjoy about life is that every day is something new. And definitely today is Friday. And the big thing today was like, well, you have an interview today, so get your shit together. um, but I think I was really, really anxious yesterday because I was like totally down for why don't we just like chill and talk about shit all day? Like, why even be bothered by regular life time schedules and stuff like that? But of course, I knew that was also another way about dealing with the stress I was under because you shouldn't be being all willy nilly with stuff. You should just do what you have to do. But the thing is, what do you have to do? And I think the bottom line for me is to get a job, tie myself down, hopefully. But that was the thing too, is I remember one job I had, and I had severe burnout with this job. And I'm worried, like, what if that happens again? My problem is all nice in a live stream that nobody will ever see, perhaps ever. But that was the other thing good thing that happened today too is I got my what's it called? What's it called? Mastercard? I got a credit card. Um, and the thing was like it was because I didn't plan to use my other card ever, and I let it lapse. So like it expired like 2 years ago. So that's why I got a new card because I found the benefits of having two codes and like competing them head by head. But yeah, side by side, I think it's doable, and I think everything will be okay in March when the finances are okay. It's set. If I get my finances in order, I think it'll be okay. I could also busk on the street with my violin. Don't know how to play any songs, but that's an idea. That's what I do on Wednesday. Wednesday has been a way to experience different languages. So I was experiencing the languages of Japanese and then Korean and then Mandarin and then now it's violin. And so that's always a fun situation to learn things in different ways. Because that's one thing that I've always want to remember about on Wednesday about life is that there's so many different avenues and so many things that we don't know that we could know. And that's what Wednesday turned into teach myself something new. It's like I could teach myself code. I could teach myself Italian. Like there's so many different things that we don't know right now that we could know if we were given the chance. So I mean, that's the other thing too is that when it comes to becoming stagnant, when there's like so much to do and so much to know, you just have to figure out a way to get your hands on the knowledge. So I mean, as it stands, we have the computer, we have encyclopedias, we have any library you can get your hands into. Sky's the limit, really. You just have to figure out, I want to know this, and this is how I do it. And that's kind of what I'm doing with violin. Is I don't know what what I'm doing, but I'm going to learn violin, and it's going to be another avenue of expression. I guess is a nice way of saying it, and it's going to be so nice. I can just imagine because it's like seems like a classic instrument that like I just am in love with the idea of it. Of course, um, Boys Over Flowers got me into violin. That's just that. Okay, we're gonna leave it at that. Um, but definitely we have violin. We have, I mean, we have drums downstairs. We have a drum downstairs. Um, I remember when I was younger, my brothers would rent a drum set. We would play drums in the basement, and also there was bass guitars. We have so many guitars in the house. Oh my gosh. I think there's two in the bunny room, and I think every brother has a guitar on their hands. So we, and of course, I have 2 guitars. So I mean, like we're a creative family, and I love the idea of using guitars and making music again. And I mean, I would do that on Monday. I would do that any day. On nights when I want to just experience life and do whatever. That's kind of also what I would do. I'd like stay up late and play guitar. That's also kind of like when I'm not sleepy and I'm kind of like manic a bit. But let's not say that because that's what people say sometimes. Those people. Not diagnose myself as manic, but when I say it, I think that people know what I mean. When you're like really, really hyperactive and you want to do something, that's kind of the gist. Not that I'm bipolar, not anything like that, but I have hopes and dreams and aspirations, and right now it's not much of anything. Oh, that's another way to get about things is nails. Um, I can get back into nail care, nails painting. Certainly, I think that's something I want to do in general. Anyways, is just play, put the camera on and record, and just like play with playing the guitar, and maybe I'll like lightning in a bottle. Like it'll be that'd be awesome if I could just like when you're in the groove and you spark that moment and you have like this is a song and this is the beginning of everything. I love that idea. But of course, it's gonna be a lot of like a lot of stuff's going down right now. It's gonna be a lot of like that. It's gonna be like a lot of wow, this is really boring. But wait until minute 50, something good happens. Something good does happen. Something good will happen. But it's a lot of waiting around, huh? I know a lot of reflecting these days. And I kind of feel like 2022 is like the waiting room stage. Or like, we're just chilling, see what happens. It's a lot of nothing. Nothing is like really planned or nothing that we're not nothing big's happening. But what was it saying? It was like life happens when you're busy making other plans or something like that. I have to look that up one day. One day. One day soon. Oh, I've done everything that I wanted to do. Talked about sword palettes. We're good to go. I got my bed back. That's like the biggest thing in my life right now. Is I got my bed back. Because some dogs don't know how to not be in other people's beds and stinking up the place. So that I don't think is too different from what it would be otherwise. Because it would be like this, but I'm actually accomplishing something. And mm, I will accomplish something, but not right now. I'm just chilling right now. And I didn't plan to be on here for this long, but uh, why not stay for another 8 minutes to get the full hour down, I suppose. What? Okay. I should learn hacker. That's definitely on my list of things to do to learn. What is what I have to do. I owe it to myself. Other things I have is Korean ukulele, polymorph Japanese. Like list is endless, honestly. Also today, I don't know if you're paying attention, is when Lights released her song "Salt and Vinegar." That's another thing too is after learning ASL, which is more difficult than I thought. I'm trying to find a song and it's not really working right now, but okay. Just so it's not like a total waste of time. Usually I play some music in the background, and here is some music for the background. Wait, I also have lots of rain songs. Yeah, this was 8 dimensions, so what do you expect from me? Of course. This is the grand plan. I have these pictures that I'm gonna cut shapes into, and probably use my pen to make black marks over and over, and then take it all together, and it's gonna be something new and different. Hopefully, we're hoping that it becomes new because life do be like that though. Oh, how am I gonna do this? Give me a second. don't even know if I left it. Okay. We're gonna. This is kind of experimental because everything's experimental. It's many ways. I have a box. It's a box. And I've got a random piece of paper. Well, also piece of paper because bread and butter is computer paper. You can find a lot of it. I think you can find a lot of cardboard with that too. I find this to be potentially dangerous because when I was younger, I would use this to do bad things. But if we can use it for good things, to make new things, to make art, well, there you go. Apparently, this is the #1 selling brand, and so do you have something to say? No, this is like not. I was gonna accomplish anything today. Now that we're past 1 hour, we have to accomplish something today. So I'm gonna do what I said I was gonna do on Sunday. Today, here is impact knife. After plus before using. Good one. Yeah. I also think that you can use the things that you cut out into like a mosaic. Let's see. The thing that what I'm doing is very like do whatever you think. Do whatever you think. Think it looks good? Do it. I actually like the idea I'm using the blank knife for something positive as opposed to what I used to use. I don't know, just listen to close music and I'm like, let's do something. The thing about it's how do you know when you're done? I don't know if you ever think, I don't think you even know when you're done. You ever know when you're done? you done? Are you ever done? Next stage. Okay, well, what I was looking for, I cannot find, so I'm going to use this. There we go. I had a marker that was like tattoo worthy marker. No longer find it, so we're going to use a dry erase marker. Because why not? You get half the fumes the entire time. Okay, I think I got the gist of it down. This one. I'm gonna have to do some fixing it here and there, but that's the look. There's also a bunch of triangles and shapes, which I made assemble into a different picture. But I have other images that I can do similar things to, which I might do next Sunday. But I'm kind of glad I got around to doing this. Finally expressing my art and talking about things, because that's just what we do once a week at least. Anyways, I will see you guys when I see you guys. Love X lyrics. See you guys next week. Bye.